Maiden, mother, master on a mission. 3 and 1 playing my position. Bypassed queen a long time ago. Spiritual gangster, I was born woke. Born woke, born woke. Spiritual gangster, I was born woke. Born woke, hey, born woke. Spiritual gangster, born woke. Greetings, my lovelies. This is Deanna Dawn, and you are here at my podcast, on my podcast, listening to my podcast, Maiden, Mother, Master, and the men who love us. How y'all doing today? Oh, well, you can't really answer me, huh? But answer yourself. How am I doing today? I'm having a great day. It's kind of an easy breezy Monday. Happy New Year. We're into 2019 now. Yay. And this is the first podcast I'm putting out for 2019. And it's a little different from the previous ones in that I have some other people on board. We were having a little get together at my friend Michelle's house, and there were 3 of us there talking about the things we talk about, Armageddon and Bird Box, the movie, and man's inhumanity to man, and the lack of human evolution over thousands of years. Just, shooting the breeze. And I decided, hey, let's make this a podcast episode. Why not? It'll be fun. So I don't really have a lot of pretense and intro stuff for that. I am going to put some information about each of them, because there were 3 of us, in the notes for this episode. It's myself, Michelle Madison, and Ankh Core. That's the name he's going by now. He's been Kiddo Ankh, Ankh-a-Moon, Kiddo Ankh-a-Moon, Lee, James. He's a man of many monikers and many personalities too, probably. And he's just someone I've known for a long time. Seems like forever, but a long time in this life. We don't even remember where we first met in this life, but soul to soul, we've known each other a while. Same thing with Michelle Madison. She and I have been probably sisters in a past life, and long time acquaintances in this one. And they're my peeps, or 2 of my people. We've had our ups and downs, ins and outs and such, and you'll probably see why when you listen. But it was a fun and lively conversation. I think Ankh burst into song a couple of times. That was weird, but he's weird. And we were pouring lots of libations, so I think everyone was a little bit tipsy. So that's coming up. I just want to talk a little bit about 2019. This is a 3-year, and it's really time for us to anchor ourselves in a new sort of way. We elected our current administration in a 9-year. That was the time that we were closing the chapter with Obama, closing the sort of democratic era that preceded this Make America Great era. And the first year was a little rocky. It was 2017, and that was a 1 year. It's new beginnings, new things, new ideas, new people, new cabinet members every other week, a lot of newness. And then we had 2018, which is a 2-year, also an 11, which is a year of magic and mystery, but just a time where we're attempting to bring everything into balance. And now the 3-year. So this year we're supposed to kind of have it not all together, because that will be the 4-year, but definitely together enough for us to sort of know what to expect. And really we're there. We the press has settled into the tweet reality of this president. We are going to hear from him via tweet. We are going to see him periodically do huge town halls that are basically rallies throughout his administration. We've settled into the normalcy of this particular era that we're in. And that's a good thing. I mean, I know a lot of people find it hard to find good things about this current administration, but I really am seeing more and more activism, more unity. Seeing the new Congress get sworn in was amazing. I'm sort of a political junkie, but I told myself I wouldn't talk about politics a lot on this show. But as the elections start to unfold, I'm going to be talking about politics because it's just what I do in my life, and I care very deeply. So this is the 3-year. We're going to find a lot more equilibrium and sort of balance in the way that we handle things. There won't be so much freaking out, thank God. So, or thank whoever it is you thank. So yeah, that's where we are, 2019. I'm looking forward to it. I love this year already. And there are going to be some good things for all of us in 2019. We are starting it with a partial government shutdown, so that's a thing. But I believe we will get it all worked out. It will all be beautiful, and we'll move on from here. Stronger, better, more mighty than ever. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you Michelle Madison and Ankh Kaur. Both are creative spirits with beautiful and illustrious resumes in the music business. Michelle is a songwriter who has written for so many artists. India.Arie, Eddie Stokes, Ronnie DeVoe, formerly of New Edition. There's a pretty lengthy list, and she, you can find her on her social media. And as I said before, I'll put their information in the comment notes regarding this episode. I hope you guys are listening and hopefully liking the show. If so, please subscribe. Leave your comments and rate it, review it, say whatever it is you feel. I am very open to whatever, constructive or not. Your opinion matters. It might only matter to you, depending on what it is, but it still matters, and it's worthwhile, and I would love to hear what you have to say. So have a listen to our little banter, debate, convo, chit-chat, whatever you want to call it. It's what we do. So we're welcoming you into our world.
Give me more and more and more and more and more. I'll take all that you have, all that you have, and more and more and more and more. 'Cause I never get enough of your love.
All right. I'm here with two of my favorite people in all of creation. And instead of going down their rabbit holes and just telling you where they were born and what they do and all of that, I'm just going to let you all into how we vibe and some of the kind of conversations we have, some of the things that, we talk about, and we're just going to pick up where we left off. So the female voice you hear is Michelle Madison.
Hola.
And the male voice you will hear is Uncle Tep, also known as Kiddo Uncle Moon, also known as Aunt Core, also known as Lee Young, known by many names.
You don't need to all that.
Known by many names, and I will give you information later on how to reach them, how to contact them, how to add them to your world. In the meantime, you are picking up on us talking about whether or not we believe there will be an event, a great event like an Armageddon, something prophesied about, something that will happen to shake humanity up. And do we believe something like that will happen? So y'all were saying.
First of all, you need to take belief out of your vocabulary.
Okay. Do you know within yourself, because belief does contain the word lie, do you know within yourself that there will be an event? Is that something you feel you know for sure?
There are events every day, and there will continue to be events. And if humanity does not evolve with Earth at this particular juncture, then it will be self-evident.
So you feel like the planet will retaliate and just attack humans on some level?
The planet is not retaliating.
If
The planet
all
is just
the humans...
evolving. Humans is going to need to evolve with it.
Okay, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Well, what say you, Michelle?
I think there's events happening all the time. I don't. I can't say that I know for sure. It's not something that I think I place energy or give energy to, or it hasn't come to me in a sense to know that there is a cataclysmic, or however you say the word,
Cataclysmic
event that is going to destroy the earth. Or I actually don't believe that the earth will ever be destroyed.
Me either.
Me honestly, I think that everything starts as a micro to a macro. So it is balance, seeking balance and homeostasis. Everything. So the micro is always cleaning and sweeping and pulling in what it needs and seeking balance and homeostasis. And so the earth, the universe, all of them on every level is seeking that same balance. And so I think that, whatever we do or have done, and when we talk about global warming, parts of it, I think that, we've affected, yes. However, the earth is fine. And if in fact there becomes it's cyclical. We've had many floods before. The earth has been frozen, flooded, hot, and all those things have happened.
And what's
so it's not anything. We're just in one of the cycles. We're just in one of the cycles, and there probably won't be particularly humans if in fact we can't live under a certain type of heat. But there may be other beings here, just like other beings everywhere that they're here now that are, So I don't think there's necessarily...
And the other planets, you realize the other planets have polar caps that are melting as well. So it's truly a cyclical thing
That's
within
going
our
on
solar system.
Right.
And, so to say that we humans, the little ants on the back of an elephant,
I think to a certain
are
degree,
making it happen.
I don't think we're making it. We're certainly making it worse for us. When we are polluting,
our home,
right?
This is where
when you
we
can
live.
look out and it looks like a cloud and there's pollution, I think that's a problem. So I don't know if there's some sort of cataclysmic event that is going to happen. I think events are always happening.
Yep.
I think they're always happening, and the universe is bringing it into alignment. The solar system is bringing it into alignment. The planet is bringing it into alignment. Your body is bringing you into alignment.
Everything's seeking
organs
higher
are bringing
balance.
it into alignment.
Absolutely.
Your cells bring it to alignment, and then energetically, everything is moving to always seek alignment, balance again, harmony, homeostasis. So,
I totally agree
yeah,
with
I don't think anything. I mean, no. I mean, we've got the tsunamis. Here's the thing. I think all these things have always been happening to a certain degree. They're probably happening more according to science, and I think that's probably because of the nature of man and its desire to control so much that they're tweaking tweaking science and climates and whatnot. Like, oh fuck, we fucked up a little bit, but we lost about 10,000. We'll be okay. There's too many of them over there anyway. And I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know if it's true, but so no, I don't think so.
Yeah, and I really feel that there will be no huge Armageddon or Revelation or any sort of huge event to focus on. I used to say, and Ankh, you know this, until the extraterrestrials line up over all the major cities and CNN has a complete blackout story,
fake news all the time.
Any of it, until I can walk outside and see
so all you need
over
is
Atlanta.
All you need is a holographic.
No, it's not a holographic.
disclosure.
You're interrupting. My point is, until that happens, I don't even want to hear and talk about who's here and who's coming and what's going on. I do not feel on any level that there's going to be some major event for everyone to focus on. I don't feel
weren't talking about
I
that.
feel that it has all been circumvented.
There
is no Armageddon coming. There is no major wipeout of millions and millions of people at once coming. We have circumvented all of that. We, the light bearers, the children of the light, chose to not do it that way again. That happened in Atlantis. That's happened in Second Atlantis. That's happened in many, many cultures preceding us. We just chose no this time.
Well,
so I don't believe it's going to happen.
I know,
I don't feel or know that that's going to happen.
We're in the Kali Yuga stage, coming from the Piscean age to the age of Aquarius, and I don't know to what degree. I don't know if I know whoever coming doing what. If that happens, then it's necessary because black folks and white folks and Mexican folks and Asian folks can't get it together. Period.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about. So what's your problem with humanity? What's your issue with folks?
If and when whatever has to happen happens to get everybody in a state of oneness, then that's what it is.
I think we're more in a state of oneness than we think.
Yeah,
I think we're way more closer to the state of oneness
as a human race or as a spiritual
as a human race,
as humans inhabiting this realm.
I think on a whole,
human would say that, but it's very fortunate that the higher ups have a lot of, not all of them, but the ones that count.
Well, I mean, that's a very interesting statement
of this particular experience. It's fortunate that they have compassion and a lot of patience and tolerance. That's a fortunate thing.
Who's they?
I just said
higher up spirits.
Higher up,
the ones
higher
that
up
count.
spirits. So there's
the
hierarchy.
selves in association with the all. And
our higher selves are
and
completely. Patience it goes beyond patience. It's knowing that we're all doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing at every single given moment.
Who knows that?
Our higher selves, because they stay connected to source.
And who's in touch with their higher self on this planet?
The ones who choose to be. I know I am.
How many is that?
I don't count them, but there's a critical mass that's been reached.
Is it a majority or
yes,
minority?
it's the critical mass. Not the majority of the 7 billion or 8 billion. But definitely a critical mass has been reached.
We shall see.
It's done. It already is. That's why you've seen no Armageddon. That's why
I don't believe there's no Armageddon. I don't believe there's no Armageddon.
Year 2000, 2012, all of the so-called benchmarks. Yeah, all the benchmarks have been passed, and we look at them and we walk right through them with peace and harmony.
I think Armageddon, in my opinion, is it is not the bells and whistles or the death and whatnot in the sense of the physical of what we see. I think there's shifting that's happening that is interior.
Yes.
And the
So how
spiritual
long
and interior that's
must
happening.
this experience or experiment continue to do the same things over and over and over and over?
It's
and over?
evolving
I don't know
out
what you
of
mean.
those
When,
things.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what
It
you
is-
mean when you say
Okay, I'm
You
gonna
are
give an example.
focused-
you say
I'm gonna give an
experiment,
example. I'm giving an example
experience.
because see, I'm off of the hamster wheel. I'm out of the soul recycling wheel.
Awesome.
Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. I'm out of it. But a lot. I too long realized that that's what it was. I've been out of it, because I was always curious or aware
That's Michelle's phone.
aware that it was something
And I turned it off.
that I wasn't acknowledging. But then when I came to realize what it was, then it made me kind of like look at it from a standpoint of how many people don't acknowledge it and don't want to. And if you tell them that you do, then you're eccentric, crazy,
Don't want to acknowledge what?
outcast, whatever you want to call it, weird. They got all kind of names for it. To acknowledge that they're part of this soul recycling hamster wheel of a society that they call the human experience. And it's over and over and over and over and over
Still
and over
choice.
and over and over
But
and
it's
over.
still
But the thing
choice.
about it is all of
It's free will.
everybody.
So, my question was, how long will it continue?
How long do you want to be a part of the experience?
Right.
I'm
You
done
can
with it.
check
Then
out of
free
Now you know I'm done with it.
anytime you get
I'm
ready.
done with it. This is my last
No
go-round.
one's
Right,
making you
but then
stay.
I was gonna say
You
that's
can go
for
to some
yourself.
other
But
realm.
No, it ain't
But
about
you could-
making
you could
anyone
choose.
stay.
Well, I'm
It's
saying
not about
if-
making
if
anyone
it's
stay. It's about
disruptive-
doing what you agreed to do when you incarnated on the planet.
Right,
And that's
and do
every
it-
human experience now.
Do it with
What I just
cheerfulness
asked,
and
what I just
enthusiasm.
asked, I have a great time. What I just asked was how long? It's a simple question.
It's not. Here's the thing about that.
I hope
it is
indefinitely.
Here's the
So
thing.
you would rather
Eternity
you want
is
Groundhog Day.
Here's the thing.
No,
You
How
want
can,
not the
how
same
can
thing.
you?
Real life
No one
Groundhog
can
No,
say
the
how
evolution is
long.
happening.
No one can say how long when there are individual journeys. How many people on this earth? How many spirits are incarnated in the flesh right now? How many spirits?
New under the sun?
That's not
just asked the
relative to the
question.
state. But you can't
Yes.
ask the question and not create this and not give the full statement.
I mean, you mean the full
You want to
statement.
move to the whole. You want to move to a whole another question.
I asked that question for a reason based on what you just said.
I'm simply.
Is there
saying,
anything new under the sun? You said it was evolving. I'm asking you, is there anything new under the sun?
I see.
I think
Yes.
that things are expanding and things
Okay,
are.
There are
name
new
one
things.
thing.
Earth vibrating at 5D. That's
Well,
new.
that- well-
Earth has never vibrated completely at 5D.
Here's what's
and you-
expansion for me.
And you feel like
always been a
Individual. Here's what's
three-dimensional
expansion for
realm.
me. Each and every individual is having their personal, progressive, and expansive moments to every day on some level. And because it's not new under the sun to the persons that have experienced
You know how
life,
many
it
times
is
the
not
spirits done
new.
did that?
But it's new to the spirit that's having it right now.
Right.
not necessarily. They just had an amnesiac return
but
and,
yeah,
and
see,
forgot
here's the
There are-
everything.
there
Here's
are
the
brand
truth.
new spirits.
Here's the truth. It is necessary to a greater degree than which you would like to give it credit, because you come here to experience things. As we had this conversation I had a conversation with another friend. She said that some people journey here. They want to come here to just wreak havoc. They may have been angelic. They have been, quote unquote, whatever angelic is. They were living a life, and all of their journeys were just as ease. They came to be the dude on Bird Box. They came to create pain, to inject. That is their journey, and they want to know what that feels like in a human experience. So I don't think that so I say that to say that when you sign up, and I think we're all kind of under the same ideology that we sign up to come back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when you sign up to have
Free
this
will.
journey, right, to come and to be in the flesh and enjoy this walk, there are things, yes, that you have done in past lives, yes. But there are new experiences that you signed up to have. And some say it's to have this higher vibratory movement, so that I didn't be. want more, I want more, lack of a better word, more stars on my chest. I want to live and participate in this experience and learn something different that I never had, and so that they can get more stars on their chest, and they can grow or go up this spiritual chain or whatever, however you want to look at it. So yes, there is nothing new in the sense of the being this being potentially. I think there is. I just haven't come up with no ideas, but just for sake of not arguing about it, possibly there's no particularly new things or specifically new things. However, the experiences are new for the persons that are having the journey.
You know what you sound like?
In that moment.
You sound like Jehovah's Witnesses telling me the same thing they've been telling me for 40 years. And when I asked them what's new, they say a lot of things.
So you missed the whole conversation.
Wait a minute.
You went to the
they say a lot of things.
Conversation.
When I ask them what's new, they say, oh, a lot of things. I say, what's changed? Ooh, so much. Okay.
No, I didn't say, that's not what I said.
No, that's what I be saying.
Well, I just told you one thing.
And then they'll tell you what.
And
then it'll be something so asinine that it'll be like.
My question to you is, what did you hear me say in full? Because I can repeat the majority of what needs to be said.
It'll be something like we became a non-profit or some shit, or you know.
No, what I said that
I said that
taking
Earth
money
is vibrating at 5D.
Or
the Earth, the entire Earth. Whereas Earth has
I think
always
the level of consciousness
tolerated
is higher.
Third dimension, fourth dimension,
I don't
fifth
have
dimension,
tolerance.
and higher. Third dimension is being wiped off this planet. So this will be a 4D, 5D planet. And that is new for this planet, Earth.
I think that
Gaia, whatever you want to call her.
I would love for you to be able to tell me what I said and not tell me what I didn't say.
We ain't repeating.
No, I don't
He's gonna
believe
have to listen
he
back
didn't.
to
You
the
could not
podcast.
have heard what I said had you made that statement.
He was thinking what he was going to say.
well,
That.
you tell me what you said.
I will not do that.
She
Okay.
said
That's
that
the
yes,
point-
I
the
can
point
tell
of
you what she
saying
said
that
because
is
I was
I
listening.
want
You said there's nothing to do
And
with
I
new.
can say it very quickly. She said, yes, there are new things
No, she
happening
didn't. She said there's
based
nothing
on
new, but
individuals
everybody's
having
their
a new
individual experience.
new
or whatever.
experience. Absolutely.
That ain't what I'm
So
talking about. She said,
what are you talking about?
I'm talking. If they have an individual experience and it's the same experience, then it ain't an individual
It can
experience.
never be an identical.
That's the problem.
It's like a fingerprint.
Separation is the problem.
There are no two fingerprints that are alike.
Thinking-
There are no two
That's
individual
exactly.
emanations of
respect-
life that are having the exact same experience.
I respect an individual human spirit, and I say human spirit purposely because it's a spirit having a human experience to do what they agreed to do on behalf of the source, so that the source can experience what it is
Some
that they're
spirits aren't doing what they agreed to do.
A lot of them not.
Plenty of spirits
A lot of them
doing
not. That's the
randomness.
reason why we not evolving. That's the reason.
Are evolving. That's the problem.
And
For you
fast
to see
enough
the
with the
planet
earth.
as not,
Fast enough with the earth.
we are.
No.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. So, all I
Agree to
see,
disagree on
all
that.
I see, and all I've continued to see, is causes for division or separation, and that's the illusion, and that's okay because see, I'm not speaking this for my own volition. I was part of the problem. I was deeply rooted in religion. The thing about it was instilled in me, and I knew all the while that it wasn't what I came with.
The truth.
When
You
I
seem
came
to have been
with, I
very
was already on, like, why am I having dreams about this? I must have been a dolphin in this past life. And I didn't even believe in past life, didn't know what they was. This just because it was so vivid and I could relate so much to it, you know? So it was like a connection.
You were in the ocean.
Yeah, and many dreams. Early, as a child.
I was in outer space.
Got caught, know my whole story.
Just zooming.
I could replay the whole story. Got in the net, all that. So it was so surreal and so real that I was like, I was there. I don't care what nobody say. You can't tell me.
You were.
My dreams used to be so lucid that can't nobody tell me they weren't real. They used to be like, they're not real. I was like, they are real. You're going to tell me.
And they are. So, I mean,
So-
what?
That helped me once I graduated out of religion to accept and know, and there's been a lot of layers like that have come. But it got to the point where it had to be a direct intervention from something higher than human. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't going to listen to nothing. And didn't listen to that.
You don't listen to them.
You're right. And didn't listen to that. Argue. No, that's not it.
So
But what I will listen to is the proof in the pudding. If the spirit make an example and I say, can't argue with that shit right there.
And you have those experiences every day. So how can you be in any way pessimistic about where humanity is going? I mean, you're just like everybody. Humans doing the same thing over and over.
I'm not pessimistic at all. I'm
this
a
whole
realist.
Bird Box has sent you on a whole tangent of
Bird Box.
Look,
Bird Box.
I don't know.
For me.
Debauchery of humanity.
Bird Box for me. Mm-hmm. This for me. I can't speak for you.
Mm-hmm. I loved it.
When I saw all the rave reviews on Facebook, I said, well, what is
I saw it before I saw that. I still haven't
Bird
seen
Box all
reviews.
about. I got to see this. This sounds too good. So then when I saw it, I understood the shock value. You know.
I thought it was a horror movie.
Did it feel like a horror movie to you?
Mm-hmm.
I thought
it was a movie that I would not ordinarily watch because I felt like it would put. I felt like it would put those visions, and the reasons I don't watch horror movies or scary movies or any of those things because of the visions and the energies of them. So
exactly, and that has plenty of it.
So you take music has an energy and it has a permeance through your body, right? Because we're just water. And so it's vibrating and water and then tons of energy. Right. So it's like all over the place. So when I first started watching, I was like, it's scary. Mika told me about it. I was like, it's scary. I don't want to watch. She's like, it's not scary. It's, what is it, suspense? She's like, it's good. I said, it feels scary to me. And so it had an
ominous.
That word feeling. Yeah, I'm toasting.
So Summer said that to me. She said, I don't think you'll like it because it's there's bloodshed and there's a. I said,
she saw it before you.
Yeah, she saw it before me, and she told me about it. But I saw Sandra Bullock on Ellen, and I saw the one scene with the actress from
it's a movie I could have probably
who I love, but the scene with her sister, I don't give anything away, but the scene with Sandra and her sister, and I was like, oh, I love that actress too. I wonder, and I was just like, they wouldn't have signed on to do anything like too, I don't know, crazy or whatever, like
a gory,
Jason,
scary type of thing,
Friday the 13th
right.
scary.
It wasn't that.
So
it's not that type of thing.
I wanted to know what it was about, but I guess the hoopla did send me there. But I told you what I'm fascinated with that movie.
Yeah, and
that fascinates me. My
whole thing about the whole thing.
Hold on, we got somebody. Who's here?
Malik.
Hi, Malik.
Can I come in?
Sure.
Hey, go on and move the car.
Oh yeah, I can come move the car. Okay, I'll be right there.
You have to edit it.
Oh yeah, I'll cut, but y'all can keep talking if you want to. I'm gonna go move the car. Excuse me.
Yeah. So what I was saying, the thing that you perceived or got out of it was the implanting an idea. That was my I felt that was.
That's because that's what it was.
Well, it was the one.
And I'm not arguing with that. Humans are in hell and they love it.
Well, not that particular thing, but.
No, I ain't talking about the movie. I'm talking about in real life.
Oh, okay.
What?
This is hell and humans love it. And
Why do you keep calling Earth hell? It is not hell here. I have heavenly days.
Whatever.
Day after day after day after day after day.
I don't hold to that.
Hell is what you choose.
If you hold to it or not, it is what it is.
No.
I mean, it's up for discussion.
Here's the thing. Just like a dream is real.
Like I always.
But just like a dream is real, the perception and perspective that you hold is real too.
It depends on what your version of hell is. If you talking about that place of burning and whatnot, then it's not that.
No, not. I understand that.
It was like that in Paradise,
not,
California, not too long ago.
Right, we're not, huh?
So it was that version in Paradise, California, not too long ago.
Yeah, right. But we're not talking the sort of elementary ideology in reference to hell. We're saying, I get what you're saying. However, what I'm simply saying, two people can be in the same having one experience. Huh?
Bitches watching Bird Box like they crazy. Telling all their children come and see. And if you see a God that's feeling lonely, send God body home to me. Cause they got me got shot in the aftermath of not love. If you decide to bring it into my space, I'll become a witness of God body in the aftermath of not love. If you decide to bring it into my space, we become the victim of. Yeah. That's how I transmute that shit.
What are you transmuting?
Weapons of mass creation.
What are you transmuting?
That same energetic, demonic, which I'm divinely indifferent. That's a part of this hell too. So, but majority of people say they don't want it to run rapid. They definitely don't want it to affect them, but then they lap it up and eat it up and promote it and make it the number one shit on Netflix. Because, and it's okay.
That particular concept.
And then they love it. And then you ask them what they love about it, they're not going to say, oh, I love the fact that she stabbed herself in the chin with some scissors.
Who stabbed himself?
Some lady, I don't know. Or in the chest or whatever. I love the fact that he gouged his eyes out. I love the fact that they're not going to say what they really love. They're going to say it was good. What was good about it? And it's okay. Because like I said, I don't judge, but I'm judgy. So I'm an ass. But I'm divinely indifferent. So you get to say what it is. And you can lie if you want to. That don't mean that is what it is what it ain't. It just means you either in alignment with what you say it is or you're not.
Right.
But, you know, she said I'm pessimistic. I'm not. I'm just a realist. I'm honest. And I am
realist.
very...
What's Abraham say about that?
I'm very... I'm short with humans right now because they're in denial and they want to play and you know, and when you call them out, when you call them clean out, they panic every time. That's my experience.
Always had.
And then I'm gonna lead this because I say the humans. And the only thing,
too.
I mean by the humans is every human has the ability to claim God body or to claim the animalistic side of this human experience. And most of them claim the animalistic side, and they love it. And then if you try to give them to claim God body, if you try to claim God body, they attack you, saying, "Who do you think you are?"
That's just human nature.
That's the bullshit.
And it doesn't have to be that way. If everyone was taught as little ones to stay connected to source, because babies come here knowing, they come here with no prejudice, no bias, just love and connected energy. And if they were taught and allowed to keep that as they progress through 1 and 2 and the stages and cycles of life, then we wouldn't have these issues that you're talking about. So that's what I'm talking about. Those changes are happening. And I believe it to be less than 2 generations based on the sharing culture and the new businesses that are all about people helping people and easing money out of the equation, which is another topic we need to discuss, but that's for another day.
So if you have a person that has an optimistic point of view, or they look at life as not a challenge in a way that, if they look at life that something and someone is doing something to them, then fuck yes, right. They think life is hard.
Victim mentality.
If you look at life that there's always new opportunities that are always happening, and that a challenge or a fucked up situation is like, well, what am I gonna get out of this, or what was I supposed to get out of it?
So you said it's a perspective, or attitude.
It's a perspective that you hold,
total perspective.
Right? So then if you have someone that looks at life and that everything is an opportunity for growth. So when they have a fucked up situation to you, nigga, that shit. Oh, excuse me. You say that shit is fucked.
It's
that
a
shit
podcast.
No. You can't call me.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I wasn't talking about you.
No.
I wasn't talking about you.
Okay.
I'm saying
She's
that.
okay,
So somebody says to another person like, "That's fucked up. I don't know what you're talking about. That I don't see none about that good." Man, it's just a potential for me to grow, dude. I can see it. No. That's fucked up. I don't want none of that. So 2 different perspectives. I don't want none of that. Keep that crazy chick over there, and you do your motherfucking growing, because that shit is dumb to me. I wouldn't be putting myself in that. 2 different perspectives. She's challenging. She's always she's effervescent, and she's always got this new perspective. And yes, she can be a little rough with it, but I'm always trying to figure out how I can maneuver and how I can make it smoother and make her smile through it. Mm-hmm. His perspective would be like Susie Sunshine to somebody, be like, you can go on with that bullshit.
We get far away of the what was construed as my pessimism.
I wasn't talking about you.
I know, I ain't saying, but we getting far away what was construed as my pessimism, right. which was hypocrisy from.
That's a judgment.
So you're saying
a human experience perspective. Now, when I say human, once again, it's human versus the spirit. It's like you're both.
Yes,
and
we are.
when you can make the twain meet, that's when you're doing what you agreed to do.
But they're never truly apart.
Possibly.
Never truly apart.
Possibly, because we don't know
that's
that.
the hypocrisy. That's the division. That's the illusion. That's the separation.
If you look at humans in the ether, and I've talked to you about this before. If you go into your meditative state, you look at humans in the ether. You look at that person's higher self. You do tarot, so you know you're talking to higher self to higher self. Some people, like I've told you, are like this with their higher self. Some people like this, la 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 la. Higher self is like, I want to pour into you. I want to live through you. Let's do this together. Let's be one. And they like, and then some people are just like, yeah.
Only reason I ever
Give me you,
only
higher
reason I
self.
ever even
so
said
it is choice. It is free will, and to get wrapped up in somebody's free will choice to close their ears to their higher self or close themselves off to their higher self is an asinine waste of time, in my opinion. And for me, I think all of life is good. There's nothing but good. I don't even believe there's evil. I don't believe any of that exists. I believe there's only good all the time.
I'm glad you
it's
used
all
the word
created
believe so sparingly.
for the highest good.
Because
period.
that's exactly what it is, a belief.
It's
now,
all good. I
whether
know.
you believe it or not,
I know it.
Doesn't mean it ain't.
That was a Freudian slip. I know it to
Freudian
be so.
slip happened for a reason.
All good.
So
all good.
I know.
And in this realm, all choice and all good.
And I'm divinely indifferent, so I can play in the dark or I can play in the light. But like I said before, whatever I do, if I'm eating the bloody burger, I own the shit and say, I'm in the dark. Woo, it's the dark. The human hypocrisy. They'll play in the dark, Bird Box, and then act like it ain't. It's good. No, it's not good.
Bird Box is not playing in the dark.
So you're
every death
yes,
is a suicide. Every single death is a suicide.
Whatever.
So
Bird Box
expediting
playing in the
people's
dark?
suicides was
In
not.
some form or fashion.
One more time?
Is Bird Box playing in the dark in some form or fashion? It vibrationally, just what you feel.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's there lies my point. Now,
But
I don't play.
I think
I don't even
if it is,
dark. Everything
if it
came
is,
from dark.
I think
it's light. When they play in the light. If it is,
no, what it is.
all I ask you to do is be honest.
Well, I think
That's all I
that
ask with yourself, not with me. I don't care.
I think it is creating thoughts.
Yeah, it's
So that's my job.
So it's
It
creating.
sent me in a thought realm.
It's creating thoughts.
And they call that the devil.
Well, because I don't get into the devil either. I don't do
I'm
that.
just saying that's what they call it. When the
Are
light
you
is
leaving in the middle of the podcast?
I'll be back.
Dude, come on now. You can do that. You can't do it in here. You can't do it. Can you wait? Jesus.
I don't want to.
Close the door.
I mean, we can pause and come back later.
You
Or
just
do a new episode.
It's been kind of long. Ain't know how long they gonna listen to this.
They last an hour when I
Oh.
interview people. It's
Interview her while I'm
an hour.
gone.
And people that are aware. Like, I'm not really. A friend of mine said something to me, and she said, "This thing that you're going through, this thing is like life or death. Like literally life or death. Like you can die." I was like, "All is well."
I mean, exactly.
All is well.
choose
No,
life.
thank you.
And so,
No, thank
look,
you.
now,
So
in doing that,
getting back
in
to
doing
Bird
that,
Box.
You balanced.
Well, yeah,
You balanced.
Yes,
Right then and there.
I declared
Because
no.
they
I said-
casted a spell
I
on the
said no.
planet, and when you said all is well,
said no.
you transmuted
Exactly.
the spell. That's my job.
Right.
Well, what is
And
this?
it makes
Let's
my
go-
job.
Let's go
look,
down this.
wait a minute.
This
Hold
death,
up.
fear
Hold
rabbit
up.
hole.
Listen.
Like
it makes
the
my job.
ultimate bad
It makes my job
is
very
so-called
hard when
leaving
somebody
the planet.
fight. When they ready to fight. It makes my job hard.
No, I
Humans.
believe that
they ready
I'm
to
an
fight.
immortalist. That-
They
so
ready to
don't
fight.
forget- don't tell
they
me
ready
that.
I'm
to
an
look.
immortalist.
They ready
So,
to look.
to
They
me,
ready to
that's
fight
like-
to curse you. They'll fight. I said good morning, or I can call you what I want to. You a nigga. I ain't mean that. That ain't what I meant. I don't, you always got something to say. They ready to fight for it. That's why I understand what
It's
Morpheus
they.
meant on the Matrix, because he was like, they're ready to fight and even kill for it, and they just dead. They say they don't want it. You say you don't want it. Oh, you want it? And I tell them I'm the Oracle. I say, you want to sit in front of me? You sure you want to sit in front of me? You can sit in front of her. You sit in front of him. I don't know about them. I'm talking about me. Now keep talking, and then they get scared. They're like, "Oh, you threatening me? I ain't like this. I promise. This is what I've been through all my whole life. I ain't making this up. I wish I was, but I only can speak for me. I can't speak for nobody else on the planet. You know, I got a very special incarnation, because I don't have any like real known family except for one person who is what I'm mentoring that relates to who I purport to be or who I say I am.
Me neither. You know
Now
my
they
family.
all say, all of them, it's something about you. It's something about you. And I used to be like, what is it about? What is it? Until I found out. And when I found out, now I had to claim it. And I claim it, bombastically. I'm like, even probably arrogantly, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it to be true. And I don't care what nobody else think. And they can say, and I don't care how, I was telling them I'm typing on this, I don't care how strong they is, or how martial arty they is, or how special ops or gangster, none of that. President, none of it. God, it's going to have to be God, the source himself. It's going to have to be the source.
But then you would be it.
The source itself. Yeah.
But then it
It's
would
going to
be
be
you.
respectful with me,
Thank you.
but no, I'm
It
talking
would be
about
you.
that
We're all
that speak to
source.
be in the human form that can say or convince me that it's not what I say it is. You know what I'm saying? Convince me that it's not what I say it is. So that be the case, and the source is all. So that be the case, out in my human incarnation, I would have to realize that, which I have, that I was mistaken, and say, damn, how did they get me? Oh, okay, well, then we're going to test that. And I'm calling forth to see what it truly is. See if I'm at wanting or if that's wanting. Because I want to see what it is. Now, when I do that, then it's just, like I said, the humans get scared. They be like, well, you think wait. Until it come to fruition in real life. And then it's like, oh my God. And I'd be like, this has been happening since, it ain't just started. I just came to grips with what it was. I was like, oh my God, you can do that? You can really do that? You know? And
There's a
so,
lot more we can do than
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
definitely.
been doing.
the movie coming out, it's God, man. And it's gonna
It's God, man. That's like a.
God,
who's that?
man.
What comedian is that? Is that Woody Allen? No, it's not Woody Allen. Who is that? It's God, man. Who is
right.
that?
But it was like
It's how he said it. It's God, man. It's a comedian.
Really?
Yes, who he's that whole
Paul
that whole
Mooney?
energy. No, it wasn't. It was actually a white guy, and I don't know who the white guy he just mimicked. His energy.
George Carlin. I don't know.
The energy you just held was what came. It's a,
Caucasian.
you know who it was?
Who?
Robin Williams.
That's what you hear. This is the channel. He came through.
That's what I felt. Yeah.
He's beautiful.
Think about him. I don't know if you heard how he said it, but listen to
I
it
can
when
see
you
why
hear
you
it.
say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so me personally, I wouldn't do a podcast for no hour because I would want people to continue to maintain interest and leave them salivating by the time it was over.
They're not an hour long, aren't they? 30 minutes
All
long?
my favorite podcasts
Oh,
are
you're not
an
normal.
hour
To an
to
hour?
You're
2
not
hours.
normal. The
I'm
average,
never
the
normal.
average, the
Never
average
have
person
been. Never will
does
be.
not listen to nothing for no hour.
It's not for the average. It's called Maiden, Mother, Master.
Okay.
So if it's for them, they're gonna find it, and they believe me, they'll rock with it. Yeah, most of my episodes are 20 minutes because
A lot of people
it's
look
just
down
me.
there and
me,
they see that time, they like,
music.
hey, this is for no hour. They
They-
see 20
No,
minutes,
a lot of
and
people
they might
listen-
be like,
then it's
Actually,
not
a
for
lot
them.
of people that listen to
I
podcasts
listen
or
all
like people
day.
that are right, they just have it on. They're listening to it.
all day.
So they're not concerned with time. If you're just sitting down with intention to listen to someone's podcast, I can see how you can get into time. But if you got it on something you're listening to,
Or you're at work.
it's like watching a television
I'm
show,
working.
except you're listening. The thing about it, I like podcasts, which is why I like podcasts. In fact, I was thinking about a television show that I like the idea of how television used to be on radio. I love that idea.
television used to be.
well, not television, but radio used to be television,
Yeah.
so that it allowed the mind to go somewhere, and you could
Can you let
see
that
it.
noise? It's freaking me out.
You could
What is that?
see it.
Oh, okay.
You could
It's-
see it
it's
in your
interaction.
mind what they were telling you.
Yeah, it's much more visual.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm just such an like information junkie that when I learn about a new person and their intricacies and how their mind works, that's like you used to always say, why do you store all this random information
Yeah, I
in
was
your
always wondering,
in your
you know,
head?
how do you know
what
this?
the heck?
Yeah, 'cause
And
that's
but
not
I
something-
love learning. I have a curious nature. I'm just naturally curious about everything. There's nothing that I'm just like, I wonder. Oh, I don't care about that. I want to know.
Yeah,
So,
I'm pretty
that's
nosy
just
too,
who I
but
am.
I'm nosy in a different way. Like I'll say, I'm flat out nosy. I'm flat out nosy. I ask questions because I simply want to know.
Yeah, and I like
simply,
that about
and I always phrase
most
it.
things.
I phrase it in a way of simply saying, "You don't have to tell me. I'm just nosy.
wanna know."
It ain't nothing important. Don't be.
That's right.
Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it because I don't really want. I don't
How do
care.
you want to close this thing out?
That's right. So you can go smoke your blunt.
So I can't even go take a bathroom break. I want to
Yeah,
do
you
this
can. I
one.
can pause.
I just
We
want
can
to do
come
this
back.
one.
We can do a whole nother episode.
You
have
try
to
to
go to
call
the
me
restroom?
out.
Because this one's been very free flowing, and we can have one where we actually talk about something specific, which is what I had hoped to do with each of you individually.
So
So,
specific, like what?
like Michelle and I have a poly episode that we're going to discuss.
A relationship.
On relationship episode.
We need to talk about.
Unconditional love and how it expresses itself.
We really need to talk to you about.
So y'all
I
go.
really need you, really, to pour love on humankind more so than disgust and.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me.
The hate you give is the love you receive. So work it,
So keep
Work it.
pouring. So here,
work it, and work it, and work it.
I got it.
The hate
But-
you
but
give
here's the thing.
is the love you receive. So walk it out. Walk it.
I only know
walk it,
this.
and talk it. Ain't that how your boy them put the rap? They
I don't
walk
know.
it like you talking.
Here's the thing. I only know of the energy you hold because it's the words you've spoken. So then if it's not what you really feel, I would simply.
First scene, they talking. Black people talking again. Second scene, they walking.
Black people walking again.
White people talking about them.
Okay.
The third scene, they making signs. Same shit.
I'm just simply
Different
we're having
lifetime.
a conversation.
I'm going back to what we were talking about last time. This is my way of communicating.
Changing the subject.
No, communicating and being entertaining. They'll listen back to this. They'll be like,
That's one
that'll
thing.
be the main part of the podcast. They'll be like, tell
You are being
everybody be talking about it.
However,
But that ain't the point.
But it would be conveyed.
But
as
I
changing
agree.
the
I agree
subject.
because when ironically enough, when I asked on a near-death experience, I asked, "Am I gonna die like that? What I gotta do to go back? Spread love." That was the answer. That's what I was told, and I feel like I've been doing a great job. Now it's been met with nothing but opposition.
Who gives a crap?
I don't.
Right.
I don't.
Because here's the pour
Now-
more love
now-
on it.
Pour more love on.
I can't do nothing
But
but
here's the thing. But you got a lot
now.
of disgust
Now,
and just
Angst.
like
now.
disgust and just like
Now.
these humans, y'all some dumb ass
Tough love, I
hypocritical
miss you much.
bitch ass because you won't own your shit, motherfuckers, and I don't want to fuck with you.
So tough.
Jesus, how long
I
y'all gonna stay
need
doing this shit? You're
tough love,
exasperated. You
I
are
miss
beyond.
you much. I fear.
So
I
my
hear.
here's my challenge to you. The moment that your thoughts go to the thought of sending love.
Okay, I'll accept that challenge and
Tell me, we're gonna have a conversation in 4 weeks.
Okay.
I'm for real. I got two questions I'm gonna ask you in 4 weeks in reference to this
And
whole
I'ma tell
weekend
you-
this time that we shared.
I'm
This
gonna tell you
last
what's
few
happening
days.
with me right now. What's happening with me? My whole environment, my paradigm, my everything has shifted. Everything has changed in my life. my
Delicious.
circles. And now since I'm toggling from this world to this world, I'm making decisions. And I'm
Good.
like, and when I'm in this world, I'll be like, this is totally different. But the mindset is totally different. I come back to this world, but I see the results. And now I'm like, okay, I don't like this world over here because they hard headed. And they not really like, trying to like respect. And some people over this world ain't either. And what I call it God body. It's like the only reason that, because like I'm gonna use money as an example. Like when rich people, not all of them, but some of them feel like since I got the most money, you got to be beholden to me. You know what I'm saying?
They're probably insecure in general, but go ahead.
Whatever. I don't care what the case is.
Right. But we all are insecure.
But no. But I don't care if you're rich or not. Remember I told you. I don't care who you is. I'm God body. Don't.
But so are they.
So here lies my response. It's going to align with what the universe says. It's going to align with right or wrong, with the strong, good, and bad. So you better make sure you're in alignment, because I'm going to make sure I'm in alignment. So now, since if we at an impasse with regards to what's what, who's who, don't make you have to be an example, or me have to be an example. But I'm willing to be the example. But don't make you have to be the example based on our impact. Don't make you lose everything and feel like to know that you ain't who you think you in front of the oracle. Don't then blame me. Because you challenged. Wait a minute, you challenged. Hold up.
Blame you because you're saying
You
that if they
That you would wish.
you
No.
would, if they
You're-
let it
no.
on them.
No.
If they did not.
You challenged the spirit.
And what's
And
wrong with challenging the spirit?
A haughty
Share.
spirit is before a fall. That's what's wrong. And when you in the face of it,
But they have their own spirit.
and it's the same for me. Same for me.
So they have their own
I done
spirit.
been in situations.
So if they're challenging,
I done been in
so
situations
when they're
where I
let's
felt
go-
like I wanted to be haughty,
come
but I
on.
bowed down. You know why I bowed down? Because I knew in my heart of hearts, if I don't get this right, the universe gonna whoop my. And the only reason I knew that is because it had happened before. Over
Right.
through
But
the
you're not
life
giving,
lesson.
but here's the thing.
So
you're not willing to
I
give
know-
them the same experience.
I do.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
I do.
No, you're not.
I do.
You just
I
said
know.
if they challenge the spirit, which my point is
I
this,
know.
And you feel yourself to be the gatekeeper of the spirit.
No. I know
So
when I'm
that
doing it.
If they
I know when I'm
challenge
doing
you,
it, and I know you know when you doing it, and I know they know when they doing it. So
Let me
we
go-
all
let's-
have. I use myself as the example. I said
got
I've
it.
done it and I've suffered from it.
I
So
got
if
it.
I suffer from it, I sure they wish it on my goddamn self.
got
I
it.
suffer from it because that's what happens.
Well, let's go
so
before that.
If
I think you wish
now
it on
whether
yourself.
whether
That's
I'm right
why
or
you
wrong
so easily wish it on others.
doesn't matter.
Right or wrong.
Whether I'm right or wrong in my assessment of what I'm telling you,
Right,
that happens with humans because
I just want you to open up and have a much more inclusive. Here's the thing.
I want to.
Contrary to what you think,
Mm-hmm.
if I were to prick you,
Mm-hmm.
you would feel it. If I were to take a pin and prick you, you
Mm-hmm.
would feel it and it would bleed. Let me finish the statement. So that means that you too,
Mm-hmm.
if I were
Are human.
are human.
I accept
and
that.
so to disassociate,
I don't disassociate. I disassociate with the behavior
Okay,
of anything less than God body. Now, yesterday when I gave you the compliment,
still finished.
yesterday when I gave
interrupted.
yesterday when I gave you the compliment in the shade,
Mm-hmm.
was that pessimist?
it was a perspective that you hold.
I'm just saying. You said I don't. You just said that
And
Let
to
her
answer- to
finish
answer-
what she was saying.
I do positive stuff and I do negative stuff too.
No. Here's the
Let
thing.
her finish
I'll
what she
answer
was
that
saying.
particular question. Yes, I thought to myself that point in particular that it was shade wasn't really relevant because it's a human thing in itself. But if you wanted to, the only part that was truly important was the latter after
To you.
shade. No, in general.
To
Because,
you.
Let me
Because
finish.
it was all important to me.
Here's why. Because the statement of saying the insecurities and the envy or jealous or whatever is human, that is a journey that we're all on when we are seeking our higher vibrative energy, vibrative powers, people being, right? When we're doing that, all of those things we are learning how to balance what is part of the fear that goes along with the flesh. That's how I feel. So those things, you, her, me, everybody is learning to dismiss, pull down, take away, grow away from, and become more in spirit. and balance that, because that's just part of it. That's not
You know,
that meant nothing in
know,
a sense of saying, okay,
I
got
know,
insecurities.
and I've come to accept, based on the constellation that I incarnated on, because I can only speak for me, that I'm a rebel with a cause. I know that. I know I intentionally don't do what I know I could do to get.
But you're moving from
to
that.
get done. No,
But you're moving
no,
from
this is what I came to do.
Oh, okay.
I intentionally don't do what I know I could do to get done what I know I got to get done. And what I mean by that is, I know I can like flatter anybody or compliment. Hold up, I can go to jobs and connect for. I don't even have to do nothing. They already invite me up there. But all I got to do to get stay there is kiss a little ass. And
That's not kissing ass.
if
it's not genuine,
the right people.
why would you do it?
I know.
Right, so you
ever.
don't do that, right? Not to do that.
I don't do
Not-
anything.
Not to
I
be
don't be
outside
You
of
can take it a
yourself.
step further.
100%.
Not to be outside of yourself.
That ain't my point. The point is, I know how to do what can be done to get anything
You asked
accomplished
me an opinion,
in
and I
a
gave
in a
you
very
my
slick way.
opinion.
And it really like disgusts me when I see people doing it, because I see them lying and finagling. I see them.
You know how you see them?
Because it's in you.
Regardless of how I see
For
them,
you
I see
to
'em.
notice
So,
it, it's in you.
Another way
For
I
you
see
to
them is
dislike it,
they'll
it's in
tell
you.
me.
You know
They'll
it.
tell
You
me
know
one
it
thing,
because you-
and then
you know
right
it
in front of me,
personally.
in order for they go finesse this person, they'll do something totally different. I don't like that motherfucker. Oh, yeah, it's my boy, like that.
Yeah.
Now I be like, look at these motherfuckers. This will disgust me. I mean, look at these fake motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't get
Like,
that.
God.
If you find it
I don't
distasteful,
get that either. But you know,
Oh, I
persons
know.
have to have that.
And I don't doubt that it's in me, because I feel like it's
There you
in
go.
everyone. So, but everyone has the
But,
opportunity or
That's
the
not necessarily
It's not in
true.
everyone.
right. Yeah, it is.
No,
it is.
it's not.
It is.
Well, I-
Everything is in
how about-
everyone.
How about this? Let me say this for me. Here's what I noticed for myself in my journey, and I've got plenty of lessons on that shit. But in particular, in pertaining to this, that when I was able to identify things or character traits of in certain people, it was and the most was when I was able to note it in myself, and so I could almost sense it without.
I could have been blowing this out that window right there.
Feel it. I could feel
Can I blow
it.
this
Like,
out the
I know you. I know you because I know that because I was that. I was her. But prior to my awareness of it, or if it's something that I don't have any liking, akin, relation, not even in my spirit, I am a ghost to that shit.
Can I
I'm
hold this out
almost
that window right
ignorant
there?
and dumb to it. Like, you're like, I know you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I really
I
don't.
really don't know what you're
I
talking
really
about.
don't.
And if
Can I
Because I
hold this
have
out
no
that window?
reference.
Right.
But once you have it, that experience, that understanding, the reference is like game recognized game. I can feel it. You can feel it. No, we can go downstairs.
Well, we're wrapping up with Michelle Madison and Ankh Core. And to reach them, we definitely need you to read the description, because there will be links to some of their stuff, some of their offerings. They are a lively pair, and they will definitely be back again and again, both with long artistic resumes. And thank y'all for being here.
My pleasure.
You're
Enjoyed
welcome.
it.
Now let me tell a little story about Dee, a little girl who was afraid to achieve. So optimistic, full of possibility, but scared to bring it 'cause she wasn't received by her mama.